Let's go take care of Justin. Really? It's getting a little weird out there. What do you think, Paperback Hunky? It's getting very weird. Yeah, this could go on all night. Kind of like the movie we're talking about tonight. You know, they're coming to get you, Barbara. Stuff like that. You know, oh, you mean Night of the Living Dead? Yeah. Welcome to the Justice Show.
Justin Zone! If you're feeling down, you don't have to feel alone. Just get on the internet, go to the Justin Zone. He's the best friend that you have ever known. Yes, boys and girls, it's time for the Justin Zone. Throw your brain out the window and enter the unknown. Don't adjust your screen, you're in the Justin Zone. Throw your brain out the window, forget what you've known. Don't adjust the screen, you're in the Justin Zone. You're in the Justin Zone. You're in the Justin Zone. Oh God, oh God, we're in the Justin Zone. We're in the Justin Zone.
Welcome to the Justin Zone. I'm your host, Justin. You notice I'm a little black and white there, aren't I? Ha ha ha! Well, today we're talking about Night of the Living Dead. You know, a very classic horror film. It's like the genre for it, and ironically, it was a low-budget film. I mean, what's great about this is this movie right here defined what we think of zombie movies. You know, I mean, you did have some back then. They were more about reanimated corpses. You know, voodoo is a very common known for zombies. Voodoo is actually not where the subjects eat the brain, but they're controlled. Like, there was actually a whole episode of that, The Night Stalker, that was devoted to the voodoo aspect of zombies. Anyway, you all know my very favorite friend, Paperback Hunking. What do you think, Paperback Hunking? I don't like zombies. Ah, see, that's where you're wrong. They're never referred to as zombies in this movie. Did you know that? No, I did not know that. I don't think in any other George Romero film did they ever really refer to them right up, as zombies. You know, zombies is just one of those things that was, you know. But this is a classic movie. What do you think of it? I loved it. You know, I loved this. It was a good movie. You seem down. What's wrong? Very strange things are happening. I mean, it's getting night out. People are walking around like, well, you know, that's what happens when you talk about Night of the Living Dead. Oh, but this right here is a classic scene. You know, they're coming to get you, Barbara. You know, of course, you know, the classic, you know. So, there's so many different aspects of what made this movie great. This was one of George Romero's, to me, best films. Like, it was original, it hadn't been done at the time. It really made for a great movie. You know, there are other great George Romero films, like The Crazies, like, I'll be talking about that soon. You know, I love Night of the Living Dead. Like, I could sit and watch this for just hours on end. I think what's interesting, this movie's just not about the zombie aspect, but it's about the human aspect. You know, that's what's interesting about it. It's like the human nature really focuses on what would people do if they were stranded in a house and all you would do was surrounded by corpses, you know, things that are walking around. It's not natural. Now, the heroine Barbara runs into this gentleman right here. You know, he sort of know what's going on. Like, it's weird. It's like, for this whole aspect, you don't really told what's going on. All you know is these people are attacking people. You know, we never really, and at one part we eventually do see them actually eat each other. Or the zombies eat people. But yeah, they're referred to as the living dead, corpses. But they're never called zombies. You know, that aspect was more, I think, in the voodoo aspect. You know, what's interesting to me about this whole film in general, okay, I gotta take off this wig, it's a little itchy. You know, I do love wearing the wig, though. It gives me a little Jean Quazel or whatever. Anyway, zombies, like this movie, like, you can tell, like, she doesn't talk much in this movie. She is terrified out of her mind. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know what to think. Yeah, she really depressed, kind of like me. Hey, buck up, okay? We're gonna be fine. You know, we board it up and do, you know, just don't worry, okay? I'll get us out of this somehow. I mean, it's not like there are really zombies out there. You know, I shouldn't use the Z word. I'm sorry. As Bart Simpson would say, they're living impaired. Anyway, this movie, like, it's just... I know I keep saying how great it is, but if you've never seen the original Night of the Living Dead, you're missing out. This movie is just, it's terrifying in the sense that you never know where places to be safe. Now this movie, zombie movies have gone through numerous changes over the year. You know, George Romero himself has done several. What's interesting about this what is when we think of zombie movies, we go for this right away. You know, they actually remade this back in sometime in the 90s. They gave it a more, different version. Like Barbara's character actually became more of the heroine in this one. You know, she was the short. It's like it was interesting how different things changed as the movie went on. All the characters went on and did different things. So, I mean, you know, if you've never seen it, we're really missing out. I mean, zombie movies are so... certain ones are rare, like Zombieland. That's a rare one. If you have never seen that, please do check it out. You know, I mean... The voodoo aspect of zombies hasn't been taken too much in account as much because this has taken more... There are so many different genres when it comes to zombie movies. You got your funny zombie movies like Shaun of the Dead, Warm Bodies, which just recently came out. I've never seen it. I heard people think, what are you talking about? Zombies can't think. In Land of the Dead, it almost was possible. You know, I'm proud to say that I love reviewing these movies for you, especially ones of these caliber, these classics. You know, things happen out throughout this movie. Like, of course, there's the little girl down there. Some of their images of certain things have actually been used for records and stuff like that. I want to say that, yes, if you've never seen this, like, there was actually an anniversary edition of this, and they actually shot a different scene that was never... shot a newer scene with the original guy who was played in the original zombie. They actually kind of showed him getting up for the first time and going, "Argh!" You know, they don't say brains. Just remember that. They never say brains. They go, "Argh!" So, anyway, so let's do... What? Are you alright? I think the zombies are... There are no zombies out there! Okay, I will prove it to you. I will get up right now and... Oh my God, there are zombies! Ah!